Hello and welcome to another pick a card reading. This pick a card reading is going to be about the week ahead, so just any energies that are coming up this week for you guys. This video is timeless, and the timestamps are down below, so whenever you get to this video is when you're meant to see it. And so yeah, we'll just be taking a look at what kind of main things are coming up throughout the week, and we'll talk about those. And yeah, so we have 4 piles here. Choose whichever pile you feel most drawn to. Um, as always, this is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let your intuition guide you, and I'll see you at your reading. Alright, okay, so if you chose pile number 1, welcome to your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what energies are coming up this week. So I have shuffled out these oracle cards already, but I'm going to be doing some shuffling on camera with tarot cards. And this card right here is going to be so this is supposed to be the energy, like the overall main energy that is carrying you throughout the week, and we'll take a look at that at the end of the reading. That'll be kind of a final message to tie in the whole reading. Alright, so starting with the Nocturna Oracle deck, we have Mountain Lion, we have Night Sky, we have Wisteria. It's a great card to get. Both of these cards are very nice. Oh, and then you have Badger. Wow, this is very powerful energy. Yeah, so you have the sun, your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. Let's see, I'm gonna put this here. And the next card you have is Sagittarius. It says, this energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. Some of you could be Sagittariuses, by the way. Happy birthday, if that's the case. Some of you could also be Leos with the sun coming out. And we have you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. And you have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. So we might also have a few Cancers or Virgos here. Alright, so next, before I start talking about these cards, I'm going to shuffle out some tarot cards to get some deeper insight. So starting with Mountain Lion, what's going on there this week for group number 1? We have the 8 of Rings. Let's do that. Let's see what's happening with Night Sky this week. We have 3 of Wands reversed. Let's see what's happening with Wisteria this week for group 1. So we have the Queen of Rings. let's see what's happening with Badger this week for group 1. We have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Let me pull this down just a little bit so you can see more of the cards. Apologize for taking so much time to adjust the cards. Anyway, so yes, about your week ahead. Basically, you guys are just like so powerful this week. Some of you have been dealing with some maybe some self-esteem issues just a little bit, maybe doubting yourself just a little bit, feeling like I guess just like losing sense of what or where your worth is as a person, because it seems like so it seems to be this is talking about some sort of idea or goal, maybe dream that you have. There's something on your mind that you are very passionate about. This could be related to your career. It could be related to a relationship for some of you. But this is something that's related to your destiny with the Sun card here. This is something that you feel is very important to you and very important for your path as a person. And basically what this looks like here is if you felt like you've doubted yourself, or you've felt a little bit shaky in your self-worth or your confidence, that's going to be improving throughout the week, because I just get this sense here where so I'll start with the Night Sky and Three of Wands reversed here. This is specifically talking about like again, just this big idea that you have, that you might dream about this, or this could be related to your confidence in general. There's a sense of maybe not always feeling like you can accomplish things or pull in certain rewards, certain goals. It's like whatever you have, whatever you want to accomplish, maybe you've had some struggles with pulling those things in, whatever you're trying to, it could be something you're trying to manifest, or it could be a career that you want. This could be about a relationship, but this is saying that you're taking on this like very warrior type energy, very confident. This Night Sky card is all about possibilities, and it's all about potential. This card always makes me feel like there's just like endless possibilities with the Night Sky, because this card, I don't know if it specifically talks, I would have to go back and read it. This might be just my take on the card, but I think it explained in the actual book for this deck. But so it's kind of this idea that if you were like looking up at the night sky, you might feel small or insignificant in the grand scheme of like the entire universe. It's so big, and we're just this tiny little point in the universe. But the idea behind that is this is actually very empowering, because the understanding that you are connected with the universe means that you are just as big, just as powerful as the universe. So I think that's something that you are discovering this week, that you have unlimited potential. And it seems like you kind of just take on this like warrior type energy to go after what you want, and it's like you don't have anything stopping you or standing in your way. Yeah, so and then like that's where I see it. It's kind of like your reading is a little bit, sometimes my readings will kind of go in order with how they're laid out, but this one's kind of like I need to jump around the reading a bit. So it's like you take on this mountain lion energy this week, where you're just ready to get things done. And it's funny because the mountain lion itself kind of just talks about being territorial, what is yours, and almost like the mountain lion is very like independent. They like their own space. They're, like I said, very territorial. But how I'm reading this for you is just you really doing work, like a lot of work, and figuring out um, what you really want, being very clear about what you want, and taking action towards what you want. And this is very empowering because you're just going after it. Like, again, like I don't normally read this card specifically in this way, but I'm definitely looking at this mountain lion as kind of like a predator. He's definitely on the hunt for probably food, but for you guys it's probably something different. But yeah, you're definitely on the hunt for something this week. You are going out and getting what is for you. And it's like, I'm not taking no for an answer kind of energy. Yeah, and even here with the Wisteria and Queen of Rings card, there is kind of a need, or this can really help you to definitely take care of yourself this week. It's definitely good to be motivated to take action, but also make sure that you're resting as well and you're taking care of your body, drinking enough water, eating well, sleeping enough, all that good stuff. Make sure that you're not, ignoring what your body is telling you. And this is also just talking about a commitment in general with Wisteria. This could be related to a relationship for some of you, but I feel more this is like related to your commitment to yourself, your commitment to your own goals, individual to you. This doesn't really feel too much like a partnership, but for some of you, this could be related to a relationship or a partnership for some of you. So this just looks like you're becoming more committed this week to things that you're loyal to the things that you want. Yeah. Yeah, so then we come over here, we see the Badger and the Ace of Cups card, and this is very similar energy as I read the Mountain Lion. The Mountain Lion is a little bit more about maybe like privacy and wanting your own space. So it could be that, this week you're kind of wanting to do things on your own or just be more in your own private spaces away from other people. But this could also be saying, for those of you who are wanting to maybe manifest or create like a relationship, there could be a new start coming in as far as relationships go with the Ace of Cups here. This is like, for some of you, it could be that you've had your eyes set on someone for a while and you've been maybe waiting for the right time to approach this person, and this week you're, really gaining the confidence to go forward and maybe approach someone. Or, again, if this is not related to a relationship, then this would be, to whatever is your goal, or this could be related to your career even. But this is something that's very emotionally fulfilling for you, this new start that's coming this week. It just feels like you have a lot more self-love this week. You are very confident, you know your worth. And if you've had any doubts recently, you can kind of just expect any doubts to subside this week. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna range from person to person what this directly relates to, but overall the big message here is that your confidence is changing, you're becoming more confident. Um, you know your worth this week. You feel that you are good enough. You can lead a group of people, or you can be a leader in your own life. There's also kind of this idea that you understand your potential, even if you've made mistakes in the past, or if you've had some, I guess, failures. It's, instead of looking at them like that, you're looking at them as things that you've learned from and things that have helped you grow and expand. So yeah, and then so for those of you who you could be a little bit concerned about a relationship. For some of you, and again, it's just the same message of there's definitely a message here to really nurture yourself and take care of yourself. um, be very loving with yourself, be patient with yourself. And this is also saying that your relationship should be going very well this week. There should be, you can expect like a deeper, um, I almost wanted to say deeper understanding, but that's not necessarily the case. There's just like a very like, I always see the Queen of Rings as like a very nurturing and motherly type of energy. And someone who likes to provide for someone in maybe like more physical ways. So this could be that in your relationships, you're finding that the people you're around are wanting to provide for you more. They might want to give to you more. Um, they might even just send you some very like loving and nurturing energy. And it seems like this might just make it easier for you to also have this energy for yourself. It's just very gentle and nurturing. So yeah, that's gonna be that's really the messages that want to come out. It's very like straightforward for this reading. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the last oracle card. And you guys have nourishment for the week. So this is your overall main energy carrying you out through the week, and this is definitely fitting for your guys' reading. You guys have a very like, I mean, it's just what it says, very nourishing week ahead of you. Like I said, there's so much nurturing. You guys might be even wanting to take care of your body, as in like eat healthier, take better care of your hygiene. Maybe this is about dieting and exercising a little bit for some of you guys. And this might also help in helping you feel healthier and more confident. So yeah, you guys have a very abundant week to look forward to. Just the biggest word that I can, or I guess the strongest word that I could use to describe your week through your reading is just empowering. Like I said, if any of you have been feeling any sort of doubt when it comes to your ability or your confidence, this should be changing, and you guys will be stepping into your power this week and just going after what you want, and just going after your destiny. All right, so that's going to be it for you guys, group number one. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to move on to pile number two. Alright, group number 2, welcome to your reading. We're gonna find out what's coming up in the week ahead for you guys. So what kind of main types of events, energies, whatever is gonna be happening. We'll take a look right now. And I'm just gonna show you your oracle cards. I shuffled them out already, and then I'll be doing some shuffling on camera for your tarot cards. So this oracle card right here is going to be a message we're taking a look at the end of the reading. It's going to tie in to, or it should tie into the whole reading, because this is going to be your main overall energy carrying you throughout the week. Alright, so let's see. First card you guys have is Cancer. It says this energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern a family, a mother, or a child. Some of you who are watching could be Cancers. We also have Vesta, the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center, and quiet dignity. This card has fire and earth energy in it, so some of you could be fire or earth signs as well. Next we have Moonstone. You guys are probably very intuitive people. We have Blue Morpho. We have Rat, and let's see, we have Tide Pool. We have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. And we have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Alright, so next I'm just gonna pull a couple tarot cards just to tie in the messages, and then I'll start talking about it. Feel free to skip the shuffling if you don't want to sit around for that. I don't blame you. And let's see what's going on with Moonstone for group 2. We have the Ten of Swords. I'm going to scooch that under that card. Okay. Actually, just gonna do this. That's better. Alright, what's going on with Blue Morpho for the week ahead with group 2? Alright, we have the Five of Rings. Let's see what's going on with Rat this week. We have the Page of Rings. Okay, and then we have Tide Pool. What's going on with Tide Pool this week? We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we do have the Magician reversed. I just want to say, be careful about self-deception this week. Make sure you're being very honest with yourself, even if, you know, honesty is not always the most comfortable thing. Sometimes the truth can be a little bit brutal, but it is, in my opinion, it's necessary for growth in life. So, there's definitely, so some of you could be Aries. We have Aries here, but I definitely get a lot of water energy. So there could be a lot of Cancers watching, Pisces, Scorpio. Definitely Cancer and Pisces is coming in very strongly. But okay, so there is kind of a transformation happening this week. It's going to be something that it doesn't feel something super massive or aggressive. This is something that is very like subtle, is the way I'm reading it, and this is how it feels. One thing about this week for you guys, group two, is that with the Queen of Cups and the Tide Pool card, let me pick them up. Oof. If this isn't something that you've already been doing, this is something that you will be looking into this week of following your intuition more and leading with your emotions or your heart more than your mind, reason, or logic. And this is actually going to be very beneficial for you and your emotional state. If you can kind of um, just allow yourself to flow, go with the flow, let life take you where it wants you to. And I apologize, I get pretty shaky whenever I do readings, so sorry if my hand is super shaky. I'll try and like stabilize it. But yeah, so something also, you might be feeling very like emotionally charged this week. You could have some pretty intense emotions come up throughout the week. But this is not something that's super out of hand, especially if you can get into this going with the flow type of energy. This will really help your emotional state throughout the week. So something I see here with you guys with group number two, this could be, this is a general reading, so I'm going to talk um, about many different scenarios that could be going on here. But with the Page of Rings and the Rat card, this specifically seems like a money situation that you could be going through. This may be that you feel that you don't necessarily have enough money. This could be that there could be some concern about a new um, business project, or this could be a job of some sort, or something about the way you're saving your money. It could be that this week you're looking into saving more money, or it could also be even the opposite. With the rat card, kind of talks about this energy of like survival, and in a strange way it could either manifest in you kind of holding on to things so tightly that you can't, spend any money, you can't give away any of your time, energy, money, whatever this is. Or it can kind of go to extremes where, you're overspending, and you're overindulging because you feel that there's just no point in holding on to anything because you feel that it will escape you at some point. So that might be something that comes up this week where you're trying to figure out some financial things, how to save your money, how to spend your money, things like that. And if it's not related to money, for some of you, this could just, translate to your energy or your time. What you're giving your time to is something that you're questioning if you have enough energy to put into something, or um, if you're good enough for something. It could be that you feel that you don't have enough, whatever it is, time, money. Um, this could be related to your self-worth as well. And kind of, so this is actually an interesting message that I see here with the Blue Morpho card and the Five of Rings. Um, Again, I do feel like for a lot of you, this could be related to money issues. Um, but this is actually interesting. There's kind of a message here where, the Blue Morpho card is a very like transformational card to me. And a lot of the times I just kind of relate it to the throat chakra because I'm so drawn to, it's the blue morpho. I relate blue to the throat chakra. So this could be a change in the way that you ask for help, because for some of you it could be that you struggle with asking for help. You may kind of just let yourself suffer silently. And so this week and Definitely so for some of you, because we do have quiet spiritual center. I feel like a lot of you are very like, especially with this Cancer energy coming up, very sensitive. You guys are very aware of your energy, and you don't want to bother people with anything that's um, maybe negative or difficult, or this could just be whenever you need help, you feel like you're a bother if you ask for help. But this week, there may be a change in the way that you seek and ask for help. There's nothing wrong with needing help. Everybody needs help at times. So it may be that you are deciding or like looking into other ways of figuring out some financial situations, fixing some financial issues. Um, yeah, it could be that you're looking into new ways of making money. This could be for some of you looking into things like unemployment. Yeah, and so it could be that some of you are actually, this could be related to a job loss for some of you with the Ten of Swords coming up. This is about an ending. And I really do feel like this, for most of you, is related to money, although for some of you, this could be related to family or your relationships. Yeah, and the Moonstone card as well gives like a very, so this is just saying, and I do get with Vesta and the Cancer card, and even with Queen of Cups, is like you guys are very intuitive people. If this ending has not happened, it feels like you can kind of sense that this is coming, and this feels, again, um, just the way I'm reading the cards, this really just feels like mostly a financial situation. Maybe you've been aware of something that needed to come to an end or was going to come to an end. You kind of already sensed that this was coming for some of you, if it hasn't already happened. But yeah, it seems like whatever is happening this week for you guys, it's building into something much bigger. Like I said, there is a transformation happening, and even though the Five of Rings is coming up upright, this is not saying that you'll be just completely like left out, you'll be abandoned, you'll suffer some losses. But this is actually saying, because I don't feel like this is really a new energy with you guys, I feel like this is something you've been expecting or kind of already dealing with. So it feels like the message that wants to come out, they're really, I guess the strongest message that wants to come out is that there is a transformation coming. um with the way you seek help. And this could just be, you being more like active in your own life to help yourself out of certain situations, or this could even be you being more expressive to other people about your own needs. And this can help other people understand like your limits and things like that as well, because the Vesta card is also about boundaries in a way. Treating other people respectfully, but also expecting the same in return, and not allowing people to step over you or use you as a doormat. So that's another thing that comes up this week, is being more expressive and being more um, assertive with your boundaries, because that's something that cancers can, um, with this energy coming up, they can struggle with that at times, not really knowing um, or understanding boundaries so much. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much your message for the week ahead, and we'll go ahead and take a look at your final message. This, like I said, is the overall energy carrying you guys throughout the week, so let's take a look. Yes, and we have Will. So this card is all about perseverance, and that definitely makes sense with the energy that's coming out. You guys definitely are strong and can withstand a lot. You guys are very flexible, and you can handle a lot more than what you think you can. And this is kind of a random message that just came out, so I don't know if someone needs to hear it, but your emotions are something you can use to empower you. It's not something that is a weakness. It's not something that um, you should be ashamed of, especially if you have very strong emotions or you feel things very deeply. This is actually a gift. It's not, you might feel that this holds you back in ways, or that it can be kind of um, I'm not thinking of the right word to explain it. You could think of it as more of like a hassle, I guess, than a gift, but it really is a gift. You feel things very deeply. You're very intuitive, and this is something you can really use to your advantage. Um, and so this week, you are persevering through anything, and it feels like whatever this situation is, if this is a money situation or whatever ending this might be, um, it may be an ending, but you're not letting it hold you back or stop you from moving forward, and instead you're letting it transform you. And I feel like it's opening you up to be more expressive with the people in your life, setting stronger boundaries with the people in your life, and being more aware of what you deserve as a person and what type of behavior you wouldn't accept from another person. All right, so that's going to be your reading group number 2. I hope that it resonated with you, and I hope you guys have a great week ahead. I will move on to pile number 3 now, so I'll see you guys later. Bye. Alright, so if you chose group number 3, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So I have some oracle cards that I've already shuffled out, and I'll just show you guys those, and then I'll get into shuffling some tarot cards to tie in the messages. And so this card is going to be the card that we look at last. This is the overall energy of the week that is carrying you throughout the week. And so let's see. The first card you guys have is the Moon. It says your unconscious, sensitive, inner emotions and responses. And we also have Scorpio. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Some of you could be Scorpios. Some of you could be Cancers with the moon coming out. We have Scallop, Manta Ray. Definitely a lot of water energy. It's very much a focus on the emotions this week. Starfish, And we have Geode. These cards are fitting together just very well. We have the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. Interesting thing, I'm gonna stop for a second, but I don't know if you can hear the music that I'm playing in the background. I use it as kind of like background noise, but I was kind of tuning into the music a little bit. I mean, this song doesn't really have many lyrics at all, but pretty much the few and only lyrics in the song, it says, I don't know, and then it says, I don't know anymore. So something about that is like, maybe you're doing some deep questioning this week. It definitely feels like, especially, and I kind of just have to talk about it already, but definitely with the Geode card, there's something to be discovered this week. I feel like in regards to your emotions, it could be that you've been questioning a certain emotion that's been coming up, and where is this coming from? Why do I get this feeling? Why do I get this emotion? And with this, the answers you need are coming. It definitely feels like there's been some deep contemplation and questioning here. The next card you have is your hard work is paying off. Alright, so before I really get into the messages, I'm just going to shuffle out some tarot cards. And I did split the deck. We got 6 of Wands. I kind of pay attention to those things as I shuffle. I already shuffled this deck, so I'm just kind of doing one more shuffle before I get started. But whatever the situation is that you've been questioning, and trying to understand, the answers you need are definitely coming. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily this week, but there's definitely a lot of uncovering that's happening and deeper insight and deeper understanding about whatever's been going on. And you are going to come out on top. You're going to be successful with whatever this is. If you've been confused in any way, there's definitely a lot of illumination happening in your near future. Again, I don't know for all of you if it's going to be resolved completely this week, but it's definitely leading towards that at the very least. So let's see what's happening with Scallop this week for you guys, group number 3. We have the 8 of Cups. And I'm just going to kind of scoot this underneath of this card. Oh, wait, no. Let's just do that. That works, too. So let's see what's going on with Manta Ray this week. We have the King of Cups reversed. With Starfish, what's going on there this week? We have 2 of Rings. And what's going on with Geode this week? Group 3. We have the Knight of Cups. This card came out very strangely, too. We have 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so this is a pretty clear message. This feels like something that I don't know, I just heard like it's a long time coming. Like I feel like this is a situation that has been in a way building up for a while. it seems like there's been so much contemplation, so much deep thinking about whatever this is. Um, and for most of you, this seems to be tied into a relationship. Group one and group two seem to be a little bit more focused on money and finances. This seems to be a little bit more focused on your emotions, maybe your emotions for someone else, towards someone else, and maybe something about a relationship in your life. Uh, so I'm just taking a minute to stare at the cards. I just want to make sure that the message that I give is not super two-dimensional, I guess. I want to be able to include as many different people as possible, but I also want to deliver the right messages and be honest and accurate. So I guess I'll just start with the main messages that are coming out and see if anything else wants to come out as I talk about it. So starting with the bottom deck energy, which isn't always something that I read into, but for your guys' reading, I am going to. It seems like you guys kind of want to branch off and do something completely different or do something completely new. This is something that maybe you've never tried before. Um, and for a lot of you, this could be about a relationship that you might be wanting to separate from. And that's kind of interesting because this has been an ongoing theme in my past few readings that I've done. There's been a pile kind of about this, and it's something I've been thinking about thinking about pretty often and wondering if I've been delivering the messages right with the readings that are coming out like this. But again, it's a very similar message as some of the other readings that I've done in, the past few videos. So yeah, basically, it feels like there's someone here who's definitely questioning the path that they've been moving on. With the Scallop card and the Eight of Cups, the Scallop card is about being at the right place at the right time. It's almost about your destiny. This card kind of shows, like, you can see each one of these little grooves in the shell, and they're all leading to the same point. So this is kind of about the universe working in ways to get you to a specific point. Um, and with this reading, it's kind of like it feels like the universe has been really trying to guide you to make a certain decision or come to some sort of realization when it comes to your path in life. And this may be that you don't want to walk away from a situation, or you haven't realized that maybe there's a situation you need to walk away from. This could be an emotional connection. A lot of the times, the Eight of Cups deals with the emotions, and the Eight of Cups is about moving on or walking away from something. So, this is something that's tied um, to your emotions. A lot of the times, the Eight of Cups is not necessarily an easy card because it is something that we are emotionally attached to. It's something that we don't necessarily want um, to walk away from, but it's something that's for the best. Um, so basically, what this feels like is this feels like the energy of someone who has been questioning the path they've been on, if it's right for them, because it feels like it's almost like this story of maybe you've convinced yourself that this is your path, this is where you need to be. Um, and even though you continue down this path, it seems like there's just this maybe like a cycle of emotions that seem to come up. It's like you're looking at this thing thinking this is where you need to go or this is where you need to be, and yet it feels like if this is where you truly were meant to be, you wouldn't have to do so much questioning and contemplation. Like if you really truly felt you were in the right spot and in the right direction, there would be no question. You wouldn't have to wonder, is this actually right for me? Do I need to walk away from this situation? And I mean, I guess there is always going to be a little bit of questioning as to whether something's right for you or not. I don't think that, everyone is 100% always fully confident, even with things that are meant for them. But this is definitely like a more intense energy of contemplation and questioning and really feeling like you're not sure about something. And so, really, with the Two of Wands coming up at the bottom of the deck, this is saying this week you're really going to be questioning other possibilities than the possibilities you've been looking at recently. Yeah, and again, it's just kind of this energy coming up with the Manta Ray and the King of Cups being reverse of like maybe not understanding where certain feelings or emotions come from, and it's like you're a little bit out of you're a little bit off balance when it comes to your emotional state this week. Again, there's just a lot of like questioning, why do I feel this way, where did this emotion come from, what does this actually mean, and how do I move forward with that information. Now, the interesting thing is this feels like it's about a relationship. We have the Knight of Cups out. Um, and it's interesting because it feels like I'm reading for two different people, and both of these two different people have really kind of the same message, but it's just the direction you're coming from is going to be a bit different. Like for some of you, it's going to be that you've been in this like relationship situation for a while, and you've been feeling like for the most part it was something that was good, it was something that you wanted, and maybe as time has passed, as things have moved forward, these emotions might be coming up and it's making you question maybe your feelings, or it's making you question your path in life. Or it could even be that you haven't really been questioning things, but there's these maybe strange emotions that are coming up that maybe don't feel the most comfortable, or you don't really know where they're coming from. This might be saying that this week it could be good for you to really take a deeper look into your emotions and, like I said, where they come from and what they mean for you. Because for some of you, it's that you're finding out this week that you might need to leave behind maybe a specific person or a specific relationship. And then for others of you, it's really kind of that same message, but I don't know. Either way, it almost seems like there's a bit of honest self-deception at play, if that makes sense. Like maybe you didn't, you honestly felt a certain way, you honestly believed something, and now there's some sort of truth coming out that this is not the direction, this is not the path, or this is maybe your feelings have not always been the most authentic or genuine throughout the situation. So with the starfish card here, this card talks of kind of loss, but this card also talks about healing and regeneration. This is saying that um, for those of you who are considering leaving behind a relationship, this is saying that, um, you might be concerned that you wouldn't find someone um, that you have the same feelings for. You can't have um, basically what this feels like. If you are attached to someone, it could be that you are holding on to some ideals about them, or maybe what's the word, putting them on a pedestal a little bit, feeling like nobody else could compare to them, but that's not the case. The starfish card is here to remind you that there are um, other people and tons of loving connections to have in life. There's not just one and only, that would be so limiting, I feel like. And so this is about understanding that with loss, there's healing, and it's kind of like what goes around comes around. If you're worried you're never going to have another connection like this, that's not the case. And again, these cards are kind of just explaining the same thing, and this is kind of, your own discovery to make. I can't really tell you what you're meant to discover here. I can just tell you what I'm picking up through the cards. But again, this is kind of the subject of uncovering something, discovering something. This is almost like a secret, or something that was hidden before that's coming to light. And this is in regards to, I feel like, a loving situation, probably um, having to do with a partner, romance, someone that you might have feelings for, or possibly someone that has feelings for you. It could be that, you find out someone has feelings for you this week, and maybe you don't necessarily return those feelings. Yeah, and there's also another message here for those of you who are struggling with leaving behind or moving on from a past love situation. This is also a message saying that this has happened for a reason, because I do feel like if this message is resonating for you, for a lot of you, there's a better situation, or there's a better relationship coming in for you. And that is that is part of the reason why this situation might not have worked out. Because it feels like whatever, there's definitely talking about a loss here, but there's, again, a sense of discovery, and part of that discovery is that there's other possibilities. Again, reminding you of the Two of Wands at the bottom. There are other possibilities. There are other ways, other directions to go down in life, essentially. And this is saying that there's a better direction for you, one that's leading to a much more loving relationship, one that's very, very deep, and one that's very, very supportive. I see that in the Two of Rings. I know it's the Two of Rings, but I have always read this card as energy of like cooperation, working together, coming together type of energy. So again, like, if you felt like maybe the person that you've been with, or someone that you might have been focused on, maybe a past relationship, if you felt like it's either going to be there was a lot of questioning, a lot of weird emotions coming up about it, and you're not really sure where that's coming from. And for others of you, it could be that this relationship wasn't very supportive. and maybe that it didn't feel, it could have felt one-sided a lot of the times. So basically, what this reading says is this week there's going to be quite a lot of contemplation, a lot of deep questioning, maybe some intense emotions, or just really diving into your emotions and figuring out where certain feelings come from. Um, and this is all kind of just leading you to a point where you might make a decision that allows you to just move on a path that seems to be more authentic, more supportive. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for those messages for you guys. And really, like, I don't know if I mentioned it enough, but there's just so much energy here about the subconscious. I mean, Manta Ray, the Moon card, even a little bit within the King of Cups, it shows this energy of like subconscious emotions or things just below the surface, even with the geode card in Scorpios, kind of like a little bit of a secretive energy. But it's not necessarily about secrets, it's just about something that's been hidden that is coming up to the surface. Um, yeah, this week. So, um, basically, deeper understanding on your emotions on a subconscious level, and an understanding of why certain emotions come up, a better understanding at least. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a look at your last oracle card. So this is the main overall energy carrying you guys throughout the week, and you guys have darkness. So again, like, that's so funny, it says long night moon. Did I not say in the beginning of this reading that this was like something that was like a long time coming? Like, this is something that's been building up for some time, and this card specifically reminds me of and I think it talks about even in the book for this deck, that this darkness, this long night moon, I think is the, this happens on December 21st, I think, is when the longest night happens. Where I live, the sun sets at like freaking 3:30, and the sun rises at like 4 a.m. It's like crazy. Um, so basically, this is saying that this is something that has been, again, like a long time coming. This is something that's been kind of building up for a while for a lot of you. Um, yeah, so definitely, and this is all about like, again, like, it just seems like, and you'll have to like let me know if this resonates with you, because I'm getting this message so strongly that someone here has been maybe like really confused or really unsure about a certain thing in their life. It could be about a certain emotion, um, or some theme that has been coming up, and this is something that has caused a lot of deep questioning. And it feels like this has been something that you've been wondering about for a while, or maybe even a long time, and it's like finally some truth is coming to the surface, and you're able to see what was below the surface, which helps you understand your emotional state better. And I think it just causes you to just be a little bit more authentic and be able to lead your life in ways that really bring you the things that you want. And this is going to bring in a lot of abundance and much more happiness into your life. So yeah, that's gonna be your week ahead, group number 3. I hoped that wasn't too difficult of a message to share, but there's a lot of deep understanding and growth that's happening for you guys this week, and this is going to be something that really alters your path in life in a very positive way. So this is not something to fear. This is definitely something to be excited about, even if, you know, the darkness card gives a little bit of a heavier energy to it. It's all just necessary for putting you on the right path to more support, more abundance, more brightness, and success and happiness. So you're going to figure it out. The answers you need are coming. This is your discovery. And I'm very excited for you to discover whatever this is that will lead you to, it feels like, a more loving relationship, more support in your life, um, more confidence, being able to handle much more, um, being more emotionally stable, understanding your emotions better, and being able to lead with your emotions in a healthy way. So it's very good, very good. I hope you guys have a great week, group number 3, and hope to see you later. I'm going to move on to pile number 4. Alright, so if you chose pile number 4, welcome to your reading. We'll be taking a look at the energies that are coming out in the week ahead for you guys. And so we have this card here. This is going to be your final card that we look at, and this is showing the overall main energy that carries you throughout this week. So I'm going to be showing your oracle cards, and then I'll be shuffling out a few tarot cards to go with it. First card you guys have is Aquarius. It says, this energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Some of you could be Aquariuses. We also have Capricorn. It says, this energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. So some of you could actually be on the cusp of Aquarius and Capricorn. We have the card Hyena. We have Fireflies. We have Weeping Willow. And we have Coral Snake. Sorry, I spend too much time adjusting the cards. We have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Some of you could be Cancers. And we also have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Alright, and then before I talk about these cards, I'm just going to pull some tarot cards and get some fuller messages, but I just wanted to show you, I was doing a bit of shuffling before I started your reading, and I always kind of just look at the cards that I notice or come out, and so at the bottom of the deck, after I was done shuffling, the World card was at the bottom. So again, Wait, I don't know why I'm saying again. I didn't say this yet. But I was looking at your cards and I saw this message come out that, again, again, I should stop saying that. The end of a tough cycle approaches. And that's what this is saying too. This is coming out of a pattern or a cycle that you might have been stuck in for some time. But yes, let's go ahead and take a look at the hyena card. We'll start here and see what kind of energy wants to come out with hyena for the week ahead for group 4. Ooh, sorry about that. We have the 5 of Swords coming out with hyena. Oh, let me just, instead of hiding this card, I'll just put it off to the side right here. So let's see what's happening with fireflies for group number 4 this week. We have 7 of Cups. Let's see what's happening with Weeping Willow. We have the Knight of Rings. And what's going on with Coral Snake? Alright, we have the Queen of Wands coming out for Coral Snake. So for some of you, just going off what the cards are showing, we'll see if any other messages kind of come out as I start talking and explaining the cards. But for a lot of you, this could be related to family. For most of you, it seems to be, yeah, like this could be related to family, maybe someone from your past. We have the Fireflies card, which is kind of like the 6 of Cups card, so it could talk about, gives kind of this energy of nostalgia, the past, memories, things like that. So it could be that, you know, you're dealing with someone from the past, or it could be past family or something like that. This, you know, if this is talking about a person, this would be someone that maybe for some of you, you do feel quite close to. Again, this could be talking about family for some of you with the hyena card. This is the people who are very close with you, and it could be that you are having some conflict with the people in your life. It could be, like I said, with family, close friends. This could be even about a love relationship for some of you. But it seems like you might be wanting to kind of separate yourself from a group of people this week. Which is interesting because Aquarius energy is very much about, like, it can be about, well, I guess it's more like the 11th house maybe, but I see Aquarius energy as being pretty social. Like, they have a lot of friends, but at the same time they can feel misunderstood or kind of different from the people around them. So this might be kind of how you feel this week. Like, even though you might be close with a lot of people, it might be that you don't necessarily agree with these people, or you don't have the same ideas or view things in the same way as these people. So there might be an idea or a theme of wanting to separate from people and their ideas. And it could kind of feel like someone or maybe some people are expecting more from you than what you can give. Yeah, so it could be that there is someone or a group of people that are just maybe very demanding, asking a lot from you, or it could be that it could just be that you feel they have high expectations for you. You might feel like this person judges you, or these people judge you, even if they're not, because there is kind of a sense of, with the Seven of Cups, um, illusion, maybe a bit of confusion. This could be related to something about the past, your memory of someone from the past, or maybe something someone once said to you. This could be a family member that you cut out of your life at one point, or if it's not a family member, it could have been a close friend that you cut out at some point. And it could be that this week you are doing a lot of thinking about maybe a past situation with this person, maybe thinking about things that happened or things that were said, maybe wondering, you could be wondering how this person feels about you now. You could be wondering what this person's experience was or what they were thinking. It also could be that this week you might be a bit intimidated by someone. We have the Queen of Wands and the Coral Snake. So this could be someone in your life who you might feel this person judges you maybe harshly. This person might be a little bit aggressive sometimes. The Coral Snake talks about this snake that is very colorful and bright, like it looks very pretty. You kind of just want to, you know, go near it, but it's actually saying that this coral snake is poisonous. So, not all is what it seems, and that's kind of a theme here, even with the Six of Cups, is like maybe you're not looking at a past situation very clearly. Maybe there's some things that you are missing or skipping over. It could also be saying that you might have some rose colored glasses on for a situation that happened in the past. It could be saying that this person, while they look very appealing or they seem very attractive in a way, you kind of want to approach them or you want to go near them. It could be saying that you might want to take it slow or take a step back and question whether the situation is safe or not. Because it could be that this person is a little bit quick to anger, or this person could be a bit aggressive sometimes. It may also be that you remember this person as being aggressive, and the Queen of Wands is upright, so this is saying that if your past experience with someone was maybe you experiencing someone as being very aggressive, or maybe you felt that they were angry, or maybe they um, lashed out, it could be that this person um, has changed since you were with them or you met them. And it's really for you to decide. Like, I'm not going to tell you to get back with someone who might have treated you badly at one point. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it could be that this person has changed in some way, or it's like something about what you're remembering the situation as, or this person as, might be a bit different than what actually happened. It might be that you're missing some details or you forgot about some things. So again, it could either be wearing rose-colored glasses for someone, and this is a warning that you might want to consider. You might want to hesitate a little bit if it's that you're considering um, approaching someone, especially someone that you've known or someone from the past that you might have had some conflict with. So yeah, it could either be that you are, you'll know just when you come to this reading if you've been thinking of this person as someone who is aggressive, maybe has some issues with maybe anger issues, or it could even be that this person lashed out, they were emotional. Um, it could be that this person has changed some and has been able to master this side of themselves a little bit. But for those of you, if you've been kind of daydreaming about this past person, and I'm thinking it's this Queen of Wands um, kind of character, but because you seem to be someone who's very cool, maybe someone who's very logical, and it could be that this person's a little bit more emotional than you are. Um, so again, if you've been kind of daydreaming about this person wearing rose-colored glasses for them and thinking of them as maybe putting them on a pedestal, you might want to take that down a few notches and make sure you're really seeing the situation for what it is. And there's something about this kind of theme of commitment here with the Knight of Rings and the Weeping Willow card. It's funny because in a strange, indirect way, this Weeping Willow card does talk of commitment. This Weeping Willow talks about the branches being very flexible, being able to handle and withstand a lot. So that to me also talks about perseverance, moving forward, being strong, and having commitment. So it could be that, there's kind of this idea of should I commit to this person or should I just cut them out? Should I let them go? It could be, again, like this could be related to a family member, which is why there's, the situation may not be that easy. It's just saying goodbye and cutting someone out. This person you could have had a connection with, um, like a very long history with, or this could be someone, again, like family or someone that you've known for a very long time. So it could be that you're wondering whether you can commit to this person and stay loyal and keep this thing going, or whether you need to just really cut them out and say your piece. But really, what I also see here is, if you are looking at this connection or this person like you do think you want to stay committed and stay loyal for this person, I do see that this week there's an opportunity for you to really gain the confidence to handle whatever is intimidating or maybe you might have some fears about. So it's really gonna be up for you to decide, whether you want to continue things with this person or not. If this is talking about a person, for some of you, this could also be talking about, um, and I don't feel this as strongly, but I guess for some of you, it could be talking about a work situation. Maybe you're considering, you know, leaving behind a work situation or quitting a job. And then for some of you, it could be that you've been working at this job for a very long time. And so you could be questioning whether you should keep persevering, stay loyal, stay committed, or whether it's time to break free and do something else, try something else, or go somewhere else. But either way, it's saying the end of a tough cycle is approaching. So whatever the situation is, it's going to get better. A personal issue reaches resolution. So again, the situation is improving. Um, especially if you've been having maybe some illusions or confusion about a situation or a person from the past, it definitely feels like you are working through that confusion or that illusionment. and maybe taking off some rose-colored glasses or just seeing a situation more clearly. And so it feels like if you do that, that it maybe can become a little bit more clear of whether you should separate from this person or you should continue moving forward. So that's kind of the message that I'm getting for you guys, group number 3. I'm gonna just finish this off and take a look at your final message, which this is the overall energy that is carrying you through the week. So let's see. So yes, for you guys, you have creation. It could be that this could be related to something that you've been wanting to create, something you've been wanting to manifest. And it's interesting because it just feels like maybe there's just some question as to whether this thing is really right for you. You're just trying to ground yourself and make sure that this isn't something that you're just going to give up on. Like it feels like you really want to commit to something. So you're just making sure before you do decide to commit to this thing, whatever it is, that it is something you really do want. Because, yes, this is definitely something in regards to commitment, and it could be um, related to a person or a job situation, but whatever it is, it feels like you're taking on the confidence to um, move through anything that feels dangerous or unsafe. It may be that the situation isn't inherently dangerous, it's just that maybe your mindset about it, you might feel like intimidated by whatever this is. But it's not to say that this situation is dangerous. It's just to say that it's just to show that there may be some hesitation in the situation, and that whatever this hesitation is, it could just be, your own mind, your own thoughts, or your own fears that are causing you to um, hesitate and pause. But yeah, like I said, this is just you are persevering throughout the week. You are being very flexible. You're strong enough to handle or withstand or commit to whatever this is. If it's something that you decide you really do want, um, when and if you decide this is something you really do want, once you make that decision, I see that you will have the confidence to overcome any obstacle, overcome anything that intimidates you, anything that makes you stop and hesitate for whatever reason. It seems like that won't be an issue anymore because you will just, instead of avoiding certain things that seem intimidating, you will just freaking run straight at it. And you're like, nope, let's get this figured out. I don't want to deal with this. Like, nope, let's just handle it right here, right now. Let's do this. And that kind of energy, I feel like, will really work in your favor this week, and it will really pull these ideas and these creations, whatever it is that you've been wanting, it's all going to kind of unfold. Yeah, and that's also very funny too with the Aquarius and Capricorn card as well. I mean, I see Aquarius energy as being very detached and very like freedom loving. I think that even says that on the card. This energy is freedom loving and rebellious. So some of you, it could be that you wanted to rebel against maybe a family member or a person. Maybe it's just because you wanted to keep that control over the connection or the relationship. But with Capricorn card, it's kind of like an opposite energy of this freedom loving, where Capricorn is very committed. Capricorn can be very loyal, and very dedicated energy. So it's kind of like maybe you've been really just deciding between whether it's time to, like I said before, detach from something or someone or commit. You might be kind of on the fence of which one you want to do. And really, just the overall message here is, this reading isn't telling you what decision you're going to make. It may be different from person to person who's watching, but the overall message here is that the key to the situation and figuring out what it is you really want is to really make sure that you're being honest and not wearing rose colored glasses for any situation or person from the past. Just make sure that you're looking at the good and the bad. You're looking at the whole story, not just um, the pretty picture. There's also some negatives, and also, if you are more of Aquarius and Capricorn type energy, these energies, in my opinion, can feel more at ease than other signs, flowing into more darker negative thoughts. So it could be that you are looking at this situation very negatively, and maybe that's not the full story. Maybe you should also take a look at what was positive about the situation. So just make sure that it's balanced. There is definitely an energy of balance for you guys this week. We see that with the full moon in Cancer and full moon in Capricorn card. I see that as balance because they're both opposite signs, um, and in weird ways to kind of balance each other out. So this is about looking at both sides of the story and not, just going to one side. This is about seeing things from a higher perspective and looking at everything that was good, everything that was bad in the situation. And I think that can really be something that helps you with understanding what decision to make if it's something that you've been trying to decide whether to keep going with a certain group of people or situation or to separate and go in a different direction. Um, the answer to that is just becoming a little bit more clear this week. And especially if you've been feeling a bit scared to take on something, it feels like I said before, you have the opportunity this week um, to really get into this like warrior spirit energy and just go after what you want. And that was something that came up in one of the other piles too. I think pile number 1 had a very um, intense message of empowerment and going after what you want. So I'm seeing a little bit of that in your guys' reading too. Whatever situation that you might have been avoiding or just not really feeling super brave to go after something, then you are definitely more brave this week with any situation that was intimidating for you, I guess. So that's your reading, group number 4. I hope that it resonated with you. And yeah, I hope that everything works out for you. I hope that you get some clarity about this situation, figure out what you want to do about it. And yeah, hope you guys have a great week. I'm going to move on with my day. I'll see you guys in another reading, hopefully. But if not, have a great, week, life, whatever. I'll see you guys later. Bye.